All right, guys, welcome back to another video. So Gamescom, it's coming up at the end of this month, August 23rd to August 27th. And we know that it is going to be Xbox's biggest booth ever at this show, which sounds pretty exciting. And now we have official confirmation of exactly what we can expect to see when it comes to Xbox and Gamescom and the Xbox booth. So first of all, they are going to have presentations, theater presentations, and they are going to be highlighting these first party games here. Starfield, I mean, the biggest game in a very long time, a generational game coming out in September. Can't wait to see more about that. If you think there's even more to see from that 45-minute video, I'm sure it's going to blow us away from some of the content that they still haven't even mentioned yet, or even a deeper dive into some of the mechanics that we already know that are available in Starfield. There's going to be Forza Motorsport, which is looking like it's going to be a phenomenal simulator racer, so can't wait for that. Era History Untold will also be there. Those are going to be within presentations. Now, in terms of hands-on from a first-party perspective, one I'm really excited for here is Towerborn. That's going to be there, and that's the Stoic game, which is like a side-scrolling hack-and-slash RPG, right up my alley for the type of games that I enjoy. I've played many games in that same style as Towerborn, so excited to see what people's reactions are when they actually get their hands on it and the feedback that they give. We'll get more information as to what to expect from the game. They're also going to be hands-on for the Elder Scrolls Online and Microsoft's Flight Simulator's new content. So if you're into those games, expect to see that. Now, there's also going to be a bunch of ID at Xbox stuff here. They're going to be celebrating 10 years of ID at Xbox, and there's some smaller games here like Lamplighters League, SteamWorld Build, Amplifiers, Lightyear Frontier. Those will all be there. But then there's a bunch of bigger games that are coming over that are going to be hands-on at the Xbox booth. One that I'm very excited for, I think a lot of people are excited for, to see more about and to see what the hands-on experience is all about, is going to be Stalker 2. We've already seen this game. They showed it off at an Xbox game showcase, I think it was 2 years ago, and it blew everybody away. It was a highlight, I think, for a ton of people in the way that it looked, the way that the gameplay was shaping up to be. So seeing more about this game, especially with everything that is going on with GSC Game World and the game, very happy to see that game is there. Payday 3 will be there. We know there's a close beta going on right now, so a lot of people will already have the experience of what that game is like. From Software's Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon will be at the Xbox booth. I think that's a huge game for Xbox to get at their booth. A lot of people will be tuning in to see what that's all about. Party Animals will be there. The Cyberpunk 2077 expansion, Phantom Liberty, will be there. And Quantum Dreams Under the Waves will be there. And then a huge game here, Persona 5 Tactica, which was shown off at the Xbox showcase, will be at the booth as well. All stuff here that I can't wait to see. These are playable on the booth, they say. So very, very cool stuff. August 23rd to August 27th is when this show takes place. There'll probably tons of content on these games that we will be able to check out and see, get more information about. Now let's jump over here. Xbox is testing out a bunch of stuff. First of all, Game Pass Core. We know this got announced a couple of weeks ago, coming September 14th to take over for Xbox Live Gold. It's going to cost $10 a month. And the big change here is there are no more games with Gold. You're still getting access to Xbox Live, but you're also getting a curated list of 25 plus games. And we've seen the list so far that it is launching with, and there are great games in there, from like Ori, Will of the Wisps to Psychonauts 2 to Fallouts and Gears. A bunch of great games on that list to keep people occupied, especially if they've never tried them, or if they have played some of them, jumping back in. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of content to still be able to check in and play. Now, they are testing this. So if you want to try this out, Game Pass Core, see what it's all about. I don't really know how much different it would be than Live Gold and getting access to these games, but you can actually go to the Xbox Insider program, sign up, and test out Xbox Game Pass Core. And basically, I guess they're just looking for feedback on what people think and the overall experience of what they're having when they've signed up to this service. So when it comes to Game Pass Core, it's an interesting thing that they did here. I think overall, branding everything the same in terms of an Xbox subscription service makes sense. You do want everything under one thing, which is Game Pass, and taking away Xbox Live Gold, the branding, as well as the games with Gold, which everybody was pretty annoyed about because the value wasn't there, was a good move. But there is some confusion here with the different tiers of Xbox Game Pass Core, especially with the pricing, where like Game Pass Console you don't have access to online, but you do get it with Game Pass Core. All of that stuff I still think needs to be worked out from the Xbox perspective. But to be completely honest, what they probably did here is they're looking at their numbers for Xbox Live Gold, and they know whether they rebrand it or not, it won't make a difference, because people are going to stay subscribed to Live Gold, and this will just be an automatic transfer over, and they won't have to add in something like Xbox Live to the console Game Pass subscription, which I think that they should do at the end of the day. But hopefully that's something that will come in the future, and they kind of clear up the communications and messaging when it comes to these different subscription services. And if you want to try this out, go sign up to the Xbox Live Insider Hub. Now, the other thing they're testing out, which I think is awesome to see that this is coming over to Xbox, is Discord streaming in the voice chat channels. That is a great feature within Discord where you can stream the game that you are playing to your friends. Now this is going to be making its way over to the Xbox consoles. And it is, again, currently within the Alpha Skip Ahead program in the Xbox Insider program, which means it's going to be coming out to everybody soon. But right now it is there. And this is a no-brainer. This is something that is great to see, having that seamless integration between PC gamers and console gamers, all within a single voice chat channel, being able to have this access to these same features. With Xbox's ecosystem and being so integrated with the PC ecosystem, they need to make sure that there is that seamless integration between things like Discord, which is obviously the most popular way that PC gamers are voice chatting. Yes, there is the Xbox app on PC where you can actually join party chats, create party chats, and still have access to your friends on console if you're playing on PC. But Discord is the main way people on PC communicate, create groups, go into voice chat channels, all of that type of stuff. What I would love to see going forward is just this continuation of features from Discord being integrated into the Xbox console. I feel like at some point it should almost be like you have almost everything in terms of a feature set on the console that you do have on the PC version of Discord. So very cool to see, because currently, other than being able to stream your games now with this feature on your Xbox console, there's no other way for your friends to be able to really see what you're doing unless you're streaming your game out to like a third-party platform like a YouTube or Twitch or whatever, right? But this here gives that opportunity to stay within a small group of friends that you're talking to, stay on your console, and just have everybody watching what you're playing, which I think is something that a lot of people will be using. And very happy to see that this is coming over to Xbox. Now, when it comes to Nintendo, let's talk about some Nintendo here and Gamescom again. We've heard about the rumors of the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, we don't know when that's coming. We don't know when it's going to be announced, but there is another rumor here that this is going to happen during Gamescom 2023. Specifically, it says here that a little known site called Start Menu claims that their sources have aligned with the information presented by VGC sources earlier this week, stating that the successor for the Nintendo Switch is due to release in the second half of 2024, and the developers already have kits for game development purposes. Now, the other thing that they are mentioning is that they believe from these sources, they are going to make this announcement at Gamescom. I don't truly believe this. I feel like Nintendo with the Nintendo Switch 2 are going to have their own massive event. Gamescom isn't probably the place that they are going to be announcing something that big. Gamescom is a great show, but it's not on the level of like what E3 used to be. It's not on the level of even what Summer Games Fest is right now. And it's on the level of a big company like Nintendo having their own presentation. Less people will be paying attention to Gamescom, I believe, than paying attention to a Nintendo Direct where they would be announcing the Nintendo Switch 2. So I don't think it's actually going to happen at Gamescom, but I do think there is an announcement coming soon for the Nintendo Switch 2, and we will be getting a brand new console to go up against PlayStation, to go up against Xbox in 2024. I'm pretty excited for the Switch 2, and I'll definitely be continuing coverage on that. The one thing we do know that there is no LCD screen, at least from these rumors, which is kind of disappointing. And we still don't know anything about backwards compatibility, which I think will be a part of the Switch 2, because abandoning 100 million plus consoles, especially with a console where a lot of people are purchasing digital games, will probably piss off such a large consumer base. Now, let's jump over here. Let's talk about Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, or we should talk about in general Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3, though, we know what's going on with that, with the development issues with couch co-op on the Xbox. They're saying here that they didn't have the resources, the time to get to work properly because of the Xbox Series S, but it's not the actual hardware that is causing the issues. Essentially, they just need more developers to be able to work on it and more resources. But here's the thing when it comes to the release of this game. It's releasing on PlayStation 5 in September. It's releasing on PC, I think, today. And then there is no release date for Xbox. And from the recent comments we heard from the developers at Larian Studios, it may not release until 2024 on the Xbox platform, which I think would be a huge time difference between the PS5 release and the Xbox release. Now, with that being said, it looks like Xbox potentially maybe stepping up to the plate here to give people their Baldur's Gate taste before Baldur's Gate 3 officially releases on the platform, as some people got some notifications here that say this: new games Unleashed, Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 have been let loose. Play these games and more with Game Pass. So that's pretty cool. If you are a Baldur's Gate fan, you're waiting for Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox, you can go back and play the first two. I know it may not be enough for some people who are probably pretty pissed off that the Xbox release isn't coming at the same time. But we'll just wait and see if they'll be able to work out the kinks with the game and get a release closer to the release of the PS5. Now, again, this isn't confirmed, but I feel like if this notification accidentally got sent out now, I'd probably have to press a button or something and it gets sent out. This is probably going to be an announcement for the second half of August Xbox Game Pass games. It's going to be an insane couple of weeks if you like RPGs, if this happens. And then you also have Starfield releasing September 6th. So that's going to be an interesting thing. And there's going to be that clash of Baldur's Gate 3 versus Starfield, especially because we know Starfield is an Xbox exclusive game. The people on the PlayStation side of things are going to have Baldur's Gate 3 as their big RPG. And you know there's going to be some console warring going on between those two games. But either way, I think both games are going to be incredible. I still think Starfield is going to be that generational game that everyone's going to be talking about for a very, very long time. And finally, to end things off, let's talk about some more Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 is going to be the next Call of Duty. We've already seen some leaks from it, but we have some more leaks here in terms of key art, which I think looks pretty good. You have Price here with the red background, has Modern Warfare 3. It has the more, I guess, modern logo for Modern Warfare 3. It doesn't have the original MW3 logo from when it released on the Xbox 360. I did like the original one. And I've been playing some MW3 with the backwards compatibility and the servers being back online. Very, very fun game. So this picture here did get leaked. And this one here, which I think looks super cool, got leaked as well. We know this is the next game coming from Activision in terms of Call of Duty. This is a huge game, and I think there will be even more spotlight on MW3 with the whole Activision Blizzard acquisition stuff. And one thing you can bank on for now is that this game isn't going to be coming into Xbox Game Pass at launch. I believe the first one that can come to Game Pass at launch is the one that releases in 2025, or at least day one. But this is still going to be a massive game for Xbox, as it will technically be a first party game once that deal does close. And we'll see how many people are playing it on PlayStation, how many people are playing it on Xbox. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day, because Xbox is going to be profiting off this game no matter where people are playing it. And the other thing here, how much different is it going to be from MW2? As we know, this is a full premium release. It will have a new story, and they are allowing people to take over some content that they've purchased from Modern Warfare 2 into MW3, which is not something we've seen Activision and Call of Duty do before. So there must be quite amount of similarities between the two games. But I will leave the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.